Hey guys, welcome to Jaxbeautifulyou. I'm sure you're asking yourself right now why I look like I just got out of the shower with no makeup and wet hair. It is because I just got out of the shower. There's a reason though why I am filming just getting out of the shower. It's because I'm going to do a review of the new Valentino Donna Born in Roma Intense fragrance, but I did not want to give you guys just my first impression. However, I do want to give you my first impression. So I just got out of the shower, no makeup, my hair is wet, and I am going to film my first impression, give you some information about this fragrance, do a little bit of a comparison with the original Donna Born in Roma, and then I'm going to go ahead and do some check-ins throughout my day because I also want to give you guys information on the performance of the perfume, how it wears throughout the day, how long it lasts. I want to give you a little bit more information in this review than just my first impression. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jackie. Thank you so much for clicking on my thumbnail today. I really appreciate you being here. To my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much for all your continued support. I really appreciate you. If you like this video and you find it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and let's get into this video. So I did debate on whether or not I wanted to get a full-size bottle of this, but instead I decided to just go with the travel size to start with because I wasn't sure if this was going to be something I would like or not. Now, just for background, I do have the original Donna Born in Roma, which is one of my all-time favorite fragrances. I'm a huge fan of this fragrance. I have a lot of fond memories with this fragrance when it comes to my husband. I went on vacation and took this fragrance with me a while back ago, and I just have so many good memories with this fragrance. I'm a big fan. I get really good performance out of it. I've loved it for a long time. This is like a lifer fragrance for me. So I am a huge fan of the original, just FYI. So when I saw that there was an intense version coming out, I had to try it. So I did purchase my perfume from Sephora, and they have a travel size available. It's a 10 ml for $35, and then they have a 30 ml for $85, although it looks like on the Sephora app that one is currently sold out. They have a 1.7 ounce or a 50 ml for $130, and then if you want the full 100 ml bottle, it is $156. So for a designer fragrance, it's actually quite expensive. $156 for 100 ml is starting to get up there, and there are some niche fragrances out there that are at that price. So I feel like the price is a little bit more on the expensive side for a designer, but let's see if it's worth it. Okay, so it looks like the travel size comes in this darker pink bottle, and I recently discovered that you can actually take this outer part out. You can take this off, and I'm not going to do it because it's kind of hard to push it through, but oh, actually it's not that hard if you just push from the bottom. So you can just push it out from the bottom, and you can actually take it out of this outer cover if you want to, and that's what the juice inside looks like, so you can actually see where you're at with the travel size. All right, so I am going to first try this on paper. Okay, definitely right away I am getting that Donna Born in Roma DNA, but I can already tell you that this is not as sweet or as fruity. I think in the original there's blackcurrant. This is very jasmine forward. The jasmine is definitely right away, I can tell, amped up in here. All right, so let's talk about the notes. So it looks like in the top there's bourbon, vanilla, and amber in the top of this fragrance. I'm definitely picking up an ambery vanilla vibe for sure. And then in the mid, you have jasmine, and there's a lot of jasmine in here. This is definitely a jasmine, amber, vanilla fragrance for sure. In the base, there's benzoin. This is really beautiful. My first impression of this is that I really like it because the jasmine is very prominent, but it's not too much. For me, I'm a big jasmine and white floral fan, but I don't like when the jasmine is too strong. I don't like when jasmine is too sharp. I don't like jasmine that is indolic or overly heavy. I don't feel like that's the case in here. I feel like this is really pretty. Let's go ahead and compare it to the original side by side just to refresh my memory. So the original, oh yeah, the original is way sweeter. There is still sweetness in this one though. There's sweetness in here, but it's not as fruity. So the original has blackcurrant, pink pepper, and bergamot in the opening. So it definitely feels fruitier, sweeter, brighter in the opening for sure. There's jasmine, there's bourbon vanilla. There's also Gaiac wood in the original. So I do pick up like a woody vanilla in the base of this fragrance. I'm not 100% sure that I picked that up in the intense version. Yeah, there's no blackcurrant, there's no brightness. It's just a sweet vanilla, benzoin, ambery, jasmine, and I don't believe there's any woody notes in the intense version. So that's kind of how they differ. But I will say there is a DNA that I can make out right away of Valentino Born in Roma. So I like that. I like that they kept a little bit of the original Donna Born in Roma, because if, you know, this is a flanker, so you still have to have a little bit of the original, right? Otherwise, just call it a completely different fragrance. But they did keep some of that, you know, Donna Born in Roma, but they changed it enough to make it so that, you know, this is just my first impression, but they changed it enough to make it feel like it's a different fragrance. It's not like you're just buying Donna Born in Roma again, you know? So I do think they smell similar. Definitely have that jasmine-y, vanilla DNA, but the original is much sweeter, much brighter, and it's got that woodiness in the base. Whereas this one is definitely more jasmine forward, ambery vanilla. They're both beautiful. I like both of them. Plus, I also wanted to talk about the bottle, so I should have a picture of the bottle up on the screen. I almost bought a full-size bottle just because of the bottle. So the bottle is absolutely gorgeous. I really like the bottle. So I'm a huge fan of purple. I love purple. It's my favorite color. And this is like a ombre effect. It gets darker as you go up in the bottle. So I really, really like that. So I really am a fan of the way that this bottle is. I really love these bottles. I think they're absolutely beautiful, and I really like the color of the new one. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the bottle, but let me actually test out the fragrance. Let me go ahead and spray it on my skin, and we will give it a full wear. Okay. Smells good. I like it. Right now, my number one thought that I'm having is this one, the original, is like the sweet, fun, younger sister, more playful, a little bit more youthful, I would say. Whereas I'm getting more like mature vibes with this one. And I don't mean mature as in like vintagey smelling, but I just get a little bit more of like a less sweet, more sophisticated kind of vibe. So it's like this is the more serious, sophisticated older sister, you know, and this one's like the more young, playful sister. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting right now, but this is just my first impression. So let me go ahead and wear this fragrance for a while. I'm going to go get ready. I'm going to go run some errands, and then I will come back at about 4 hours from now, and I'll let you know how it's doing. All right, guys, I'm back. It has been about 3.5 hours. I didn't quite make it to 4 hours, but I have an open moment here to film. So here I am, 3.5 hours in, and I have to say that I'm not really finding this to be intense. Like, this is supposed to be the intense version, but it doesn't feel intense to me. The performance on the original Donna Born in Roma is really good, but keep in mind I've had this bottle for a while, so it has had time to sit, and I do find that fragrances often do get stronger with time, but as of right now, I do find that the original is stronger. It seems louder, it's more projecting, it seems a little longer lasting. It's only been about 3.5 hours, and this is already starting to die down into a skin scent for me. Keep in mind I did just get this fragrance. It's brand new, so you know, it hasn't had time to settle. I'm not sure if this will be one of those situations where the juice gets stronger with time, but as of right now, it does not feel intense at all. It's pretty moderate. It's still present. I can still smell it, but it has become pretty soft. And I don't want to reapply because I want to see in a few hours when I check in again if it's still there. But it's present, but it's a soft projection. It's not intense at all, in my opinion. It is pretty intense when I first spray it. When I first sprayed it, I thought, okay, this is a pretty strong perfume, but it quickly died down on me. And I did spray it quite a bit. I sprayed it on my clothes and my hair, on my skin, and I did quite a few sprays of this. So yeah, not sure about it being intense, but as far as how it smells, it's still really pretty. I'm still really liking it. It is definitely a less sweet version of the original with a lot more jasmine. So far I am liking this perfume. I just wish it had better performance. So I'm going to give this some more wear time, and I will be back to tell you my final thoughts on Valentino Donna Born in Roma Intense. Alright, so my final thoughts on this fragrance. I have to say it has completely turned into a skin scent at this point. I can barely smell it. I have to actually lift my arm up to my nose in order to be able to smell it. There is no scent bubble around me at all. So I really only got about 4 or 5-ish hours out of this fragrance before I really noticed I wasn't smelling it at all. And while I have other fragrances in my collection that perform the same, I do have to say I am a little disappointed because this is supposed to be the intense version, so I assumed it would be, you know, intense. But I'm not finding it to be better performing than my original Donna Born in Roma. So I don't know if this just needs more time to settle or what, but so far I'm not super impressed with the performance. The projection was pretty moderate for the first few hours, but then it really went into being a skin scent. So I don't know about this one, you guys. I think it smells good. I think the scent itself is really pretty. Let me refresh my memory with the opening here. Yeah, when you first spray it, it's really very pretty. As time goes on, this might perform a little bit better. Maybe it just needs time to settle to get a little bit stronger. It is a like, but it is not a love. I definitely prefer my original Valentino Donna Born in Roma. This one I just like all together more. I like the scent better. I like the performance better. This one is nice, it's pretty, but it's not a love. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with my original Donna Born in Roma. I definitely prefer this version. This is fruity, this is bright, this is good performing, this has that woody vanilla, sexy kind of woody vanilla. This seems very fun and flirty. The only thing I will say is that if you found this one to be a little too sweet, if you didn't care for Donna Born in Roma and you want one that's not as sweet and you really like jasmine, maybe check this one out. You might prefer this version. But for me, I prefer this version, and I want to know from you guys. Let me know in the comment section if you've tried the new Intense version. What is your experience with the performance? Because I'm kind of surprised. I expected it to be better than what I'm getting. Again, this is my first time wearing this fragrance, so you got to take that with a grain of salt. But I really was expecting a much better performing fragrance. So leave your experience in the comment section. Let me know and everybody else know what you're experiencing with the performance on the Intense version. But my experience has not been super great. So this is not something I'm gonna rush out and buy a full bottle of. I certainly don't want to pay $50 something for a 100ml bottle of this if it's not gonna last more than 4 to 5 hours. And I have other fragrances, other jasmine fragrances that I prefer over this one so far. So I'm going to keep this travel size. I'm going to continue to wear it. I will continue to update you as I get more experience with this fragrance. But that was my first day of wearing this fragrance. Those are my opinions, my experiences. For now, this fragrance is a no. I'm just going to stick with the OG. But let me know in the comment section what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you. If you liked this video and found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to comment your experience with the Intense version down below. I think that is super, super helpful. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!